I thought I'd come up here on the top of the roof. All we did was just take some burlap. You know, I don't even think it cost 3,000 rupees. Just a little under 3,000 rupees, and we covered this whole area. And during the summer, the heat, before, if we didn't have this burlap, you couldn't even walk on this cement during the heavy heat summer. But this year, you could walk all over the place. So that the people don't understand that the heat that goes into your whole building comes from the roof mostly. So we just covered this, and the house stayed cooler. Not that much cooler, but somewhat cooler and livable. Okay, before I, it's very hard to try to tell somebody something that may just disturb their mind and doesn't help out so much. But I feel it a help. 75 years old with a urinary problem, with a prostate problem, with a hernia problem, with so many problems, I can feel some difference. So I came up here also because you can see that we've got growing here the neem tree, which keeps your blood to a more bitter. Neem is 5 little neem leaves a day helps you out. And you can see a papaya tree there. The papaya tree, you eat a leaf of the papaya, and some of the heavy-duty infections from the mosquito, like dengue, can be avoided. So, just some natural things here. A nice atmosphere. And the tulsi tree right in the middle of there, it's giving off oxygen continuously, 24 hours a day. So it makes the atmosphere up here nicely. Yeah, it's called the holy basil. But for us, the tulsi tree. And over here, you got the peepal tree. Yeah, the peepal tree. You can eat a leaf of the peepal tree. You can avoid jaundice and so many other diseases. And this is the jambu. We just planted this because we'll replant it somewhere. When the weather starts getting wetter, then it's easier to plant the tree. So we'll replant those plants. We have about 14 of them. And of course the snake plant back there, it's giving off oxygen all the time. And you have the lemongrass here. So it's a nice atmosphere up here. And I like to take the association of the plants. And there's the aloe vera. Quite a bit of aloe vera you can see. I like a little aloe vera in the morning. You just come up here, cut, peel it, chop it up. Now, I chop it up in small little pieces. And then it's easier to digest and everything. I just take the peeling off and the inside, chop it up, and yeah. So I thought I'd do something right here instead of downstairs. Let's get into it. Now this is, and I hope I put this so you can see everything. Yeah, okay. I was going to try to use this, but it's too, it isn't long enough, and I just gave up on that one. Okay, now, before I even start and everything, I've washed my feet very nicely. I've washed my hands very nicely. Why? Because I'm going to chew on them. Now, everyone knows, and it's famous, that the tapping. You can move so many bad things in your body just by the tapping. By the fingertip tapping. And, of course, keeping clean. This right here is peroxide mixed with water to purify. And it's always nice to keep your hands nice and purified and the feet nice and purified. Oh. Now, this hand has all what they would call the nodes. The nodes are like the end point of an electrical cord, you know. So all the nodes of your whole body, the brain, you know, from top to bottom are right here in your hand. And even the time factor. You know, I'll point quickly. This is the past time factor. In other words, somebody who has died, somebody that you knew before, or generations back. This is the time factor, the past time factor. This is the present time factor. You know? So this is more like the friends you're making now and everything, the people that you're knowing now, and the associations that you're having now. So these are all little connections. And this one right here is myself. These two are combining and coming here, myself, okay? So this is the line coming myself. And this is the line going to all the universe, all the planetary systems and everything. So these nodes aren't just any nodes. These are nodes that are, you could call it the entanglement strings. These are the entanglement strings to the whole universe here. The whole universe here is your entanglement strings to it, and generations and generations, at least 21 generations back, you have the entanglements here. And then this is the entanglement that you have within yourself. This is the entanglement that you have with past, you know, the genes and everything that you've acquired from them. And this is the entanglement for present, more, you know, to the present day personalities. So these are all here, and they're all they're set up in. Everybody is seeing the electrical effect, but that's what I'm saying. It's the effect. It's not the object, but it's the effect. Now, if I call the effect what is the important thing, then I'm foolish. Because it's not the effect that's the important thing. It's the object that is making the effect the important thing. So all that I'm talking about is the effect. It's called the time effect factor. And the effect is like the shadow, or what it has come from it. You know, what rays or what frequency has come. It isn't not the original thing. The original thing is the soul, of course, and our connection in that way. So what we have here is something that we can actually deal with. Now, so I can tap, I can do acupressure, I can use acupuncture. In so many ways I can do things. But now, tapping is good. But the fingernail is like the concentration of all this. The concentration of all this in your hand is the fingernail. Okay? Now, now, if you have a circuit breaker, just think of this body as some material thing. If you have a circuit breaker, this is your circuit breaker. This, between here, is the circuit breaker. This is where all your electricity is going up and down and everywhere. This is the most potent. This is the most potent circuit breaker in the whole body. So we don't take up, so I'll just start jumping into this. So what I do is I take this circuit breaker and I just chew. And as I'm chewing, I'm thinking. First of all, I want to remove these entanglements. These things are diverting my attention. These entanglements are not really necessary. They can be there to support the body, but I don't want them necessarily interfering with my thoughts and everything. So I can remove them. And as you're removing them, you can feel the crushing of little particles. Those are knots. Those are knots made here, but they're also knots made within your body. Sometimes they're more obvious than other times, like, excuse me, but let's clean up a little bit here. Gotta walk around, you know. Yeah. Okay, now, you can see that is my prostrate. That is an indication that the prostrate is having a little trouble. That has been bigger, but is now reducing. So some of the parts here that has been reducing the flow in the prostrate is now reducing also. So as I'm doing right here, I'll also do down here. That makes it a little difficult for people to comprehend, you know. But this is my body. I am a unit within myself. This is the lowest hertz of my body. You know, Hz, hertz, zeta, H zeta, hertz. This is around 250 or something like that. Then the next chakra goes up to 350, and then as you go up, around here is about 700. So take it. You got 700 up here, and you got 250 down here. That's quite a difference. So the difference is going to balance your body. It'll pull it out. It'll balance it. Excuse me. Well, if you chew on your thumb, your hand, don't damage the hand. You're just trying to think, I want to remove the bad things. Yeah. So then you just, I won't do a whole session because it usually takes me more than a half an hour to do a whole session. But I'm concentrating more, you can see right here at this point. Persons aren't aware of the value of the prostrate. So they think, okay, well, now I can't have children. I don't have the ability to have children. So that's the only reason why I have a prostrate. So let's take it out. Well, that's foolishness. This prostrate is sitting, and it's showing me that it is as important as my heart region. That's how important it is. Of all the organs in the body, this organ, the prostrate, gives out an alkalinity of 7.4. Now, people may think, well, that's not so big because the blood is 7.3 and it's maintained like that pretty well. Well, 7.4 and 7.3 are a great difference. And where is this energy to make this substance that's in the prostrate 7.4? It's coming from the heart region. It's directly coming from the heart region. Now that has nothing to do with your having children or having fun, you know. That has nothing to do with that. That is a very potent substance that should not be wasted and should not be neglected. So I take a lot of interest in that. And of course, you know, anybody has problems, especially myself, the kidneys. I am chewing and I am hardly hearing or feeling any of these. They're called nodes, but they're gunas. They're like crystals in there, and they're tying up. And then when you chew on them, you can feel them breaking. I mean, this is a quick class or whatever you want to call it, but I just wanted to get it out because I know people are I don't have to go out and buying so many things for acupressure, acupuncture, get somebody to come over and everything. I don't have to take so much medicines. I am a unit within myself. To the most, I can cure so many things just by becoming connected with my own body. And that way, it'll help out everyone. Let me just get a little purification here. That peroxide helps out a lot. Now this is like pure peroxide. It's 50% pure peroxide, and I diluted it down to about 2% with some good water, and that helps a lot. Yeah, I really do hope you've got that. It's a lot to know. The nodes are here. You want to move them out. You want to take away the bad things. You want to go deep. These teeth go so deep, they go into the bone marrow. Yeah, into the bone marrow. What hides in the bone marrow? The stem cells. I'm not hurting my foot, but I'm waking up my stem cells. There are so many massages. A light massage, a deep massage. Well, this is about the deepest massage you can give. And you can't ask somebody else to do it, because what? They are in a different realm. Even if it's your wife and your children and a very close friend and everything, they are in a different realm. Don't have them do this. This is like, would be total foolishness, because their electrical connections are totally different than your electrical connections. They're not a plug-in. It's not American plug-in, Indian plug-in, or English plug-in, and Chinese plug-in. No, you can't plug them in. So what happens, it destroys everything that you want to do gets destroyed just by thinking somebody else can help. No, you help yourself. You get your body balanced yourself. And of course, when you're balanced, you can be nice to other personalities too. That's important. I'm not doing or showing this so that you can pay somebody to do some type of massage like this. This would disrupt your brain circuit. This would not pull you together. This would separate you. And that is the worst thing you would like to do. All what I have done is just a part of what I do before I start praying, or you could say doing my sadhana or bhajana. It's just to remove. There's a lot to remove. The 5G, all the towers that you got, and all the contamination. It's a lot to remove. So you just want to remove the bad atmosphere. Even, just totally remove it. Get it out. And then you can do better. Yeah. So remember, this is a unit. A complete unit. I am a complete unit. I am connected completely I am a complete unit. I am connected completely with that one Supreme Being. Directly. I can help others, but I cannot enter into their connection. My connection is one. Their connection is one. You don't cross the connections. You don't cross the connections. One can help the other, but one cannot get in between. Never get in between a lover and a beloved. And the beloved is the supreme, and I'm trying to be the lover. So you don't pull somebody into middle to help to go. It will not help. They have an individual relationship with God, and I have an individual relationship with God. My pursuit of happiness, real pursuit of happiness, is individual, personal. It's not somebody else's. Hard to understand all this, but the stream is going to one place. Okay, I thank you very much. If somebody can measure these things, and I know you can measure them, if somebody could measure these things, you can send me the results of the machine that measured the change within the body. But there definitely are changes within the body. Thank you very much.